everyone, this is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane. Welcome to our gentle yoga class, chair yoga. We do a combination of the chair and the standing. So we're sitting and standing. Some people might choose to always sit, and you can always just stay in the chair. The other thing we're going to be concentrating on in this class, and we have been for the past two classes, is looking at a little bit of weight gain. You might not have any problem with weight gain at all, but some people do, especially if you're approaching Christmas or Thanksgiving or the winter when you tend to eat more and you're less active. So today the main focus will be some core strength, so some tummy work, and also arms. Burning a few calories with doing some movement with our legs, and some of it will be done sitting, and the other option is we'll do some standing as well. So a combination of things. Just to let you know that we do use light weights, but not all of us do, okay? I have light weights, but you don't need them. You could just use your own, resistance. I do have a few little props that I use, but again, not everybody has a little tiny Pilates ball. Don't worry about that. We're not actually going to be using this one today. At some point, make sure you have some type of like a scarf or a strap that we use to stretch out our legs. Don't worry about that again until at some point you can grab one. And sometimes what we use is a small towel. So this is just a hand towel. And we use this you can actually use it as your strap. This could be your strap. And we use it for our hands and we use it for our feet. Believe it or not, this is a great way of strengthening our feet and our hands. Okay, so today primarily I think we will be using the weights, but just using, and if you don't have the weights, just don't use the weights. Okay, so let's set up nice and tall. Make sure the back, you have a hard back chair. I'm going to turn around just so you can see me, so you can see how it looks. Make sure you're not leaning to the back of the chair unless you absolutely have to. If you do, then make sure your feet are on top of something, whether it's books, even, but something where your feet are pressing. But if you don't have to, make sure there's a nice space between your spine, and the back of the chair. Let's lift up nice and tall. Think about height, pressing up through the crown of the head as if you're trying to reach your crown to the ceiling. Tailbone, your sit bones are pushing into the chair. Feet are flat on the ground. We're going to start with the hands on the thighs, and I'll just now spin around to show you. And we're going to begin with just some simple breathing. We're going to do some belly breathing, which is where you can place your hands on your tummies and take an inhale and let the tummies expand, or the bellies, and then exhale, draw them in, and then inhale, expand, just as if your belly's a balloon, and as you exhale, draw, and you're deflating the balloon. Inhaling, breathing in, and exhaling, breathing out. Inhaling, and exhaling, and inhaling. And the next exhalation, I want you to, let's reach your arms up to the sky. Any limitations with your arms, don't bring them as high then. Everybody's different. You might have one arm that's not stronger than the other or less stronger. Let's let the arms float out to the sides, palms facing up. Take a breath in, reach your arms up to the sky. Let's exhale, float the arms down. Let's inhale, lift. And then exhale, float. Get the arms strong. Now we're going to place the hands on the thighs. And we call these cats and cows, and they're spinal stretches, but also tummy toners. Hands on the thighs. We're going to pull the belly in, and we're going to roll back and just tap your spine to the back of the chair. And then inhale, lift up, starting with the chest, Then let the belly soften forward, lift the chest forward. Exhale, tummy pulls in, and then leaning back, tapping the back of the chair. Then inhaling, opening up your chest, leaning forward, arching your lower back. And we'll do a few of these. Exhaling, pull the belly in. And then inhaling, leaning forward, opening up your heart. And then exhaling back. I have my hands doing this just to do it, just to emphasize the movement. But back, and then one more time, inhale, lift and lean forward. As you lean forward, I want you to lower yourself down onto the ground with your hands on the floor. Their arms are between the legs. Take a breath in and slide the hands up the shins, lift the heart up. Make sure the spine is nice and straight, and then lift up, and as you lift up tall, bring your shoulders to your ears and roll them back and down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhaling, hands to thighs. Inhaling, lean forward with the chest leading, and then slide all the way down till your hands touch your feet or the ground, and look behind you. Just shake your head no and shake your head yes. And then take an inhale. This time I want you to slide the hands all the way up the shins, all the way up the thighs until your thumbs are right in those, are digging into the hip creases. Elbows open, and then squeeze your elbows towards each other. Try to get those elbows in towards your sides and lean forward again, and then back. And one more time, forward and then back. So you're working your pelvis, and then sit up nice and tall. Okay. From here, let's just work our shoulders. Take your right shoulder, lift it up to your ear, roll it back. Left shoulder, you're not mirroring me. When I say left, I mean left. Right shoulder up and round as you exhale. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Now we're going to go inhale the left shoulder up and round and forward. Inhale the right shoulder up and forward. Inhale the left shoulder up and forward, and one more time to the right shoulder up and forward, and then sit up nice and tall. Okay, so we're going to take our right ankle on our left thigh, stretching out these psoas muscles, our glute muscles, bottom cheeks. Now, not all of us can place the ankle on the thigh, so just simply cross it in front of that left ankle. Take your right knee, press it down or away if it's down there. Inhaling, flexing that right foot and leaning forward. So your chest is the leader. Bring those elbows, slide them in towards your waist, looking towards the ground, breathing in. And as you breathe out, I want you to slide your right hand down your right leg until that right hand touches the inside of your foot, the arch of your foot. Okay? From here, place your forearm on the thigh, and then I want you to do a gentle twist, as if you're trying to look over your left shoulder. Left hand can stay exactly where it is, or if you want a little extra, place it on the top of the back of the chair. And look back or keep your gaze down towards your right hand. And you should feel a twist in that spine. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, come back to center, left hand on the right foot, right hand on the right knee, and then lean forward again, squeeze your elbows in. And then I want you to as you come up, lift your leg up. Now, if you can't do it with both hands on the knee and the foot, then just take your right hand on the knee and just wiggle it, sway it from side to side. Or left hand on the foot, the right hand on the knee, and I want you to sway from side to side. So this is a hip opener, and feel free we're going to start with just simply swaying from side to side, and then we're going to bring the foot in and then lean forward. So little rocks backwards and forwards. And again, you can do this without holding on to both feet. If you can just hold on to your knee. And then let's take your right foot off, place it down, open the legs wide, hands on the thighs, thumbs pointing forward. Make sure you're comfortably on the chair. You're on the edge, but you're safe. Your toes turn out. Take an inhale, lift up through your chest, and then I want you to exhale. Take your right shoulder and twist it towards that left knee. Looking down towards the ground. And then inhale, lift back up to center, tall spine. You're leaning slightly forward, breathe in. And as you breathe out, left shoulder in towards right knee. Then inhale back up. We'll go a little faster. Exhale, right shoulder to left. You don't have to make this deep. You can just do it, be extra gentle if you need to. Just make them smaller twists. And then inhale, lift up. And then exhale to the left. And one more time, inhale, lift up. We'll just do one more set to the right. Inhale and exhale to the left. And if you're new, don't worry about the breathing as much. That will come with time. Heel toe, from this position, heel toe, your feet together. Okay? And then open the feet so they're hip distance apart, which are about 2 fists together. So you can always kind of measure it out periodically to make sure. Now left foot on the thigh or across here, the front of the leg, and you just push the knee away. Otherwise on the thigh. Left foot is flexed. Left hand is on the left knee. Take a breath in. We're stretching out these psoas muscles, the muscles that attach to our lower spine. Breathe in and lean forward with the chest, pushing forward. So what you're doing is as if you're looking out a window. And you should feel lots of sensation in that left side of your bottom. Whew, never gets easier, this one. And then from here, keep your right hand where it is. Just slide your left hand down your left shin until it touches your right foot. And then twist by turning, looking towards your right shoulder. Now, adding on if you'd like, this is only an option, take your right hand, place it on the back of the chair, and then twist. Either look down towards your left hand or look back. And lean forward, so it's a different kind of a twist. And breathe in. And out. Whew. And then inhale, lift back up. And then spin forward. Right hand on the foot, one hand on the knee, lift it up. And we're doing that little rock and roll. And you can always do it single, with the hands on the, not single, but hands on the shin. And then make sure you don't lose the integrity of your spine. Keep it tall so that we're working the core muscles the whole time. And little rocks from side to side, or, swing them back from side to side. And then let's go forward and backward, a little bit of I feel like I'm on a swing. And once you get really good at this, you can actually bring them closer in, place it in the crook of your elbows, but I'm just going to do it I'll do it this way first. And then lower that left foot down, heel toe those feet open again. Open the legs wide. They don't have to be as wide as mine. They can be a little bit closer. Hands on the thighs, and I want you, right hand on the thighs, sorry. Inhale your left arm up, and I want you to stretch over to the right. Now, as you reach your left arm over, see if you can get it directly over your ear. If that doesn't work for you, then, do the best you can. And then inhale that left arm, float that left arm down, place it on your left thigh, and reach your right arm up, breathe in, and then exhale, stretch over to the left. Hold, hold, hold. And we're going to do a little faster here. Right hand on the right thigh, left arm reaches over to the right. Go a little bit deeper, and then lift back up. Left hand on the left thigh, and stretch over to the left. and then lift up, and then let the hands, both hands come back to the thighs, and heel toe. And the reason we heel toe, there's a purpose behind this madness, is because it works your feet, your ankles, keeps them healthy and mobile, working well. We want to keep them supple, and that's just shake out our hands. Okay, so I'm going to spin around. You stay where you are. We're going to come up in a second. Make sure when you do have some props around, just keep them out of the way so you don't trip on them. So what you're doing here, tall spine, hands on the thighs. Make sure you're pretty stable on the chair and your feet are flat on the ground. I want you to inhale, lean forward, as if you're just about to lift off the chair. And we're just going to sit back up for a second. Now, then you might have to adjust the feet like I do. And then now you're going to lift your arms forward and then lift your bottom off the chair. If you need support, you can always put your hand on the chair. Just lift it up not too far, just a little bit. Let it hover and then place it back down, making sure the chair is right there. Let's reach the arms forward. You can even place the hands on the thighs or reach the arms forward. As if you're trying to grab for something. Lift up just a little bit, and then lower down. So lots of tummy work, glute work, lift up tall. This time we're going to inhale, reach forward, lift up. Now, again, some of us might not be able to do this. It's just way too much for us. And then we're going to push into the feet and lift ourselves all the way up to standing. And then just shake our legs out. Okay, chair. Now that we're standing, if you need to do things sitting, the downward dog sitting is where you sit and you put both feet out you have to come onto the heels and you push your arms forward. That's if you're doing the seated version. If you can do the standing version, I want you to place your hands on the back of the chair. Make sure you have space behind you and press back. This is called downward dog in yoga. This is a chair version. What it does is it stretches out the back of your legs, shoulders. Everything behind you is being stretched. Press into the big toes. You can make sure the knees are soft or bent. Soft meaning you don't lock the knees. Let's take a breath in and walk ourselves to the chair. Press your pubic bone into the back of the chair. Hands pressing into the back of the chair and open your heart. So lift up. If you want to add on to this, just reach your arms up and lean back. And then place the hands on the back of the chair. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, step back and push down onto the top of the chair. It will not fall. You won't fall because you're pushing down. Let's do that one more time. Take an inhale and exhale. Walk forward. Place the hands on the back of the chair. Pubic bone is pushing into the chair. Breathe in. Open up your heart. You can stay here or invite the arms, bring the arms up to the sky. And then let the hands float down. And then let's step back. Let's just keep the chair where it is. Let's just do some gentle hip stretches and lower back stretches. We're drawing a figure eight with our hips. So your hands can be on your hip joints if you'd like, or you can use the arms. Circle them backwards a few times and then circle them forwards. And then let's go in the other direction. Now there are many of my classes we do some cardio work, which are not intense, but we do some cardio. So today what we're going to do is you can use the back of the chair if you need to. We're going to do some marches. You can do this sitting or standing. And what we're going to do with our arms, you can have your hands on your hips, that might be enough for you. You can swing the arms. The other one, which is really hard for me because I have a little shoulder thing going on, is to take the arms in front, actually I can do that, and march like this. So you decide, there's a arms up, there's a swing of the arms, there's a hands on the hips, there's sitting on the chair doing the same thing or holding onto the chair, and then that's march. So I'm going to try it actually like this with my arms in front. I just saw this not too long ago. It's a little bit harder to do because there's no momentum from your arms. So you're just concentrating on the core and your legs. Pretty tough. Let's do a few more. So you do what's best for you, what works for you actually. And then let's slow down. I'm going to release the arms. Yep, it's easier with the arms swinging. Interesting. Okay, lift up. And then what we're going to do is you can take the hands on the back of the chair. And I want you to bring your right leg up. See if you can hold the hands in front of you without holding onto the chair. If that doesn't work for you, just take the foot to the outside of that left ankle, come into a tree. Or keep your right leg up. You can open it if you like. Working on balance. Make sure your standing leg is soft, it's not locked, and squeeze your bottom cheeks. Then lower your right foot down. Take an inhale, lift your left knee up, your right knee up, left and right. And this time, left knee hold, hands to heart, hold, support with hands on the chair, or you can also place that left foot inside your right foot. Let's hold this. Bottom cheek squeeze in. Feel that core working, keeping you from falling. You might be wiggly, but this is why we're doing this. So you can eventually not feel wiggly and then place that left foot down. Let's just do a few little sways of the hips, loosen up. Okay. Let's come back into our downward dog so we can stretch out our legs. Walk the feet back, press into the top of that chair. If you want to go further, bend the knees and see if you can bring your hands down. If you can't, then place the hands on your thighs or get closer to the chair. I want you to come into some type of forward bend, either sitting on the chair. So you can always sit down now if you'd like and take a forward bend. We're going to do a few rolls up. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, roll up one vertebra at a time. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and let's do that one more time, either on the chair or without the chair. Rolling down, rolling down, rolling down, all the way down until your fingers touch the ground. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, roll back up. Once you're standing tall or sitting tall, take your shoulders, roll them up and then down, and then shake it out. Come back to your chair. I'm just going to grab. Okay. So weights or no weights, you can. You don't have to use the weights. And especially if you haven't used weights in a long time. These are only 2 pounds. Some have only 1 pound. I know one of my students uses cans of beans. Or you can use water bottles, filled, maybe half filled to begin with, or filled completely. Those are nice things to have to use for weights. You don't have to invest in weights. So what we're going to do here is just a few little weights to work on our muscles, which help us to burn, the calories we want to burn, because muscle burns more calories than fat. Okay, so we're going to take our arms out to the sides, and they may not come all the way up to the sides for you. They might be just halfway. So lift up and then then bring the arms down. don't use momentum here. Use your own resistance. So as you lower the arms down, imagine that you're actually pushing through something pretty dense. And then lift up the same way. So there's this, you're imagining in your mind that you're pushing through something that's not so easy as air, and then lowering down the same way, lifting up, and especially if you don't have a weight, it's much harder. You can feel, and we're going to lift and hold now for a moment, and then just spin the palms up, and then we're going to bend the elbows, bring the weights in towards your shoulders. Keep your elbows in line with your shoulders and just open. Might not open. Keep your knees on your knees. Keep your elbows soft here. And then open. And then close. So breath is inhale as you open, exhale as you bring the elbows in. The hands in. Inhale, open, and exhale. And then one more time, open, and then place the hands back on your thighs. Let's do a few little rolls. Let's do a few little cats and cows here. And when I say cats and cows, it means just leaning back, rounding through the spine, pulling tummy in, and then inhaling forward into the cow shape. They're back and forth. In yoga, a lot of our postures are named after animals, just to make it easy to understand. And then come back. We're going to do one more exercise. We'll do one at a time. I'll just spin around so you can actually see me. So right hand with the palms facing down, with or without the weight. And I just want you to simply turn the weight and bring the hand so that the palm is facing to the left, but make a fist with your hand. And then bring the palm down, and then turn the palm to the left. Palm down, as if you're picking up a can of, let's say, beans, and then we're pouring it out. Picking it up and pouring it out. And you can always support yourself with your other hand on your lower arm or your arm, so you can, there's always options there. And let's lower that down. Let's do the other arm. So it starts with the palms facing down, and then just pick the weight up, and the palm faces to the right, and then down, just face down, and then lift up. Can of beans, pour it out, lift it up, pour it out, lift it out. This is where we get a lot of those beautiful cuts in those shoulders. At any age you can get that. So back down, up and down, and up and down. And also you'll feel it all along the breast line. There's this, so it will help to lift our breasts. And then put that down. So we're finished with that. And we're going to take our arms and just shake it out and bring them back behind you with the palms facing forward. Open up the chest. And you can stay here or put the hands on the bottom of the chair, the seat of the chair, and lift your chest up. So you're creating an arch with your lower back, like this. Stretching out those shoulders, giving yourself a little extra stretch and strengthener for your upper back. Feet are flat on the ground, and then sit up nice and tall. One last thing before we finish up is I want you to come onto your toes and then press the heels down. Come up, pick your toes off the ground. Toes, pick your heels up, heels down, then pick your toes up. Down, and then back onto your toes. Place your feet flat, and then lift your toes. Flat, and then we can go faster here, so you don't have to stop in between. Try and get all 10 toes to curl. Stretching them out, stretching out those feet. This class, it's not so easy for me, and I do this a lot. So you think I'd be just in terms of probably talking as well as teaching, and it kind of, you lose your breath. And then come back up, flatten the feet, and we're going to seal the practice, we'll do a few breaths, come back to that deep breathing. Bring your hands back onto your bellies. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Draw the belly in. Inhale, expand. Close the eyes for a moment if that feels okay to you to do so. Little breaths in through the nose, or big breaths actually. And now bring your arms up to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Try and get the breath as hard, and keep breathing, breathing, sucking up extra air. Hold at the top and then exhale, float the hands down. Then inhale, lift. And then exhale down. One more time, inhale, lift. Let the hands come together in front of your heart. So this is how we end our practice, our yoga practice, and it's just a way to say thank you for being part of this class, and hopefully you did enjoy this. My name is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane, and I will see you soon. Namaste, everyone. Thank you.